Eureka College alumni, former employees, and other stakeholders have some questions about the future of the college. Among a climate of declining enrollment, rising deficits, and unexpected closures, small private colleges are facing a slew of challenges. Collin Schopp from sister station WCBU joins us to discuss the issues and the Facebook group that led to a surge of interest in the state of Ronald Reagan's alma mater. So, Collin, part of this story starts with the creation of a Facebook group. Can you give us an idea what the group's about and how did it all start?
So the Facebook group Eureka College Alumni Updates was started by a 2008 graduate named Aaron Pilcher. He told me he started the page shortly after Eureka's football coach Kurt Barth announced his resignation. The day the page was created is actually December 29th, which is right around 10 days after that announcement. At last check, the page had just under 1,300 members, and the posts vary a lot on that page. Some members dive really deep into the college's data and make infographics. Others just kind of reminisce about good times at the school. And there are others who use it mostly as a place to voice their criticism of the college's administrators and board.
Okay, so what's going on there? I mean, football, basketball coaches, they kind of come and go. Is there something more going on?
Well, it's difficult to say definitively what's going on and what the concerns are for a group that large and varied, but there are some recurring themes. In order to get sort of an outside perspective, I talked to a man named Gary Stocker. He's a former chief of staff at Westminster College, which is a small private school in Fulton, Missouri. Now he's the founder of College Viability, which is an app that compiles public data about colleges, so it's easy to compare. You can see that app in the story. He points out that some of the trends at Eureka between around 2014 to 2021, which 2021 is the last year that publicly reported data is available. He mentions tuition fees and revenue, which have steadily declined at Eureka over that period, and you can see a steady decline in enrollment too. And it's worth noting that these statistics Stocker mentions echo a lot of the same ones brought up by the alumni that I spoke with for this story.
Okay, so you've spoken with a number of alumni. What does Eureka College administration, what are they saying about this, and what are they doing about it?
So, unfortunately, I wasn't able to speak with Eureka President Jamel Wright. She was unavailable for our interview, but I did speak with the Board of Trustees President Bo Underwood about a lot of these issues, pretty in-depth. He says what we've discussed before, this is a difficult environment for small private institutions, and here's Underwood talking about that decrease in tuition and fees revenue we mentioned and that Stocker pointed out.
So we know that we're not going to be able to sustain the college going forward on tuition alone. That model is no longer going to work in higher ed for any school. So that's why we're having to do more relying on donor support. That's why we've sought to diversify our revenue by reaching out for more grant opportunities.
Underwood tells me they're going to be aggressive about using that grant funding to target programs like student tutoring, improving campus infrastructure, these projects and programs that will improve the things that we talked about earlier, the graduation rates, the enrollment, the student attraction and retention. And on that enrollment piece, Underwood tells me that they saw a total enrollment of 573 this fall, which is a notable increase from where it was in all of that data we were talking about.
Okay, a lot of statistics here. What else are you hearing from alumni?
So some of the alumni I talked to mentioned upcoming debt obligations. You can see financial audits from 2022 on ProPublica that show the school has 2 loans with Midlands State Bank that are coming due in March 2025. So just a little over a year, and those loans total around $10 million. So Underwood tells me very generally that the college refinanced during the pandemic and lessened its debt load by quite a bit, and they feel prepared to navigate this upcoming debt as well, and they believe they will fulfill their debt obligations. There's some more specifics with the alumni, other topics, but you can find those in the story. There are a lot of them. I want to mention that a commonality among all the alumni I talked to is that they want the school to thrive. They want to see it still there. Near the end of my reporting process, I talked to Stephen Kirk, a former alumni board president, and he told me at length about his Eureka College experiences, being able to pursue a lot of opportunities there, being able to feel like the campus is a family, and he really wants to preserve that.
Well, Collin, thank you so much for this report. Really appreciate you digging into this story and many others that you do. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, John.
Today, Eureka College announced it has named a new head football coach, former NFL veteran Randy Starks. He replaces Kurt Barth, who was the winningest coach in school history. Barth and the college have said little about his resignation.